Well, 'twas the first market day after Christmas, and all over the street, many a trader was thinking or sending a tweet. If only we could hit 20,000, 2016 would be complete. But alas, it did not happen, and as the sunlight faded away, many an investor was looking for a Santa Claus rally to come in and save the day. All right, you get the idea, folks. Despite small gains, the Dow could not claw its way above the 20,000 mark, but the Nasdaq did hit an all-time high. Here's how the dust settled. The Dow climbed 11 points to 19,945. Nasdaq rose 24, and the S&P 500 added 5. Bob Pisani, he won't rhyme, but he'll take a look at today in the markets.
We got close, but not quite. The Dow finished today just about 50 points away from the 20,000 mark. Very light volume. We're entering the final stretch of trading in 2016. This is 10 trading days in a row where we've gone right up to the threshold, but we haven't walked through it. Traders have been anticipating the Dow would break 20,000 before the end of the year because of the momentum from the election, but mostly because the markets tend to rise in the last 2 weeks of the year. The Dow on average is up a little more than 1% in this period, typically, and that's more than enough to get us over Dow 20,000. But since the middle of the month, the momentum has essentially stopped. Market leaders like the banks and the industrials have stopped going up, and there really hasn't been any consistent leadership to take their place since then. So what's wrong? Well, really nothing's wrong. The markets have had a big move up. The S&P 500 is up more than 6% since the election, and it's perfectly natural for markets to pause and consolidate their gains after such a big move. The problem is the markets have paused with the Dow just shy of this big round number, and it's the last little bit of suspense for the year. One key point: don't expect big gains in your portfolio this quarter if you have a balanced weighting in stocks and bonds. So the S&P 500 is up a little less than 5% this quarter, but the overall bond market is down a little less than 5%. So if you have half your assets in stocks and half in bonds, you're basically flat for the quarter. Think about that. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.